What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Open Mic Network. We're going to get started in just a second. Just trying to get everything set up here. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody good? I think we're about ready to go. Hopefully we won't have any technical issues tonight. Usually that doesn't ever happen on the Twitch side. It's always on the YouTube side. So wherever you're watching, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube, welcome in. All right, so let's run through our card for tonight. It is going to be a Hulk Hogan themed stream tonight. Going to start off with the classic Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik. Then we've got Roddy Piper versus Hulk Hogan, which should have been the main event of WrestleMania 1, but wasn't. Then we're going to have Hogan and Andre from WrestleMania 3, Hogan and Savage from WrestleMania 5, Hogan and Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 5. My bad, 5. 4 was the tournament. We'll do Hogan versus the Old School Undertaker. I did put Brother Love and Paul Bearer with the Undertaker. I believe when they would have met, which would have been Tuesday night in Texas, whatever that random pay-per-view was that they did, I think Brother Love was the manager. I don't think Paul Bearer was there yet, but I never use this classic Undertaker, and I never use Brother Love or Paul Bearer. What's up, the agents? How's it going? Welcome in. I never use them, so I figured, what the hell, we'll send them both out there, and they can be in 1990 Undertaker's Corner. Then we're going to do Hogan and Yokozuna with Jimmy Hart. I don't think I've used Jimmy Hart at all, or Mr. Fuji. We will have them in their respective corners. Then a match. We're going to have a few matches that we probably should have got that we never did. Hulk and Brett back in. We should have got Hulk and Brett after that screwy WrestleMania 9 finish, which saw Yoko beat Brett for the belt and Hogan come down. Hogan winning the belt. It was a weird thing. We should have got the Brett Hulk match. We never did. I think that was supposed to be a SummerSlam thing. Never happened. So we'll have that one. Then we'll go to WCW. And we have got Lex Luger and Hollywood Hogan in what was probably not the first match that Hogan lost in the NWO run, because that would have been Roddy Piper at Starrcade. But there was a random Nitro that Luger actually defeated Hogan. It would have been, I guess, the summer of 97, I guess, because it was before Starrcade. Luger actually took the belt for about a week from Hogan. So we'll have that one. Then we'll have a flashback, a throwback to Starrcade 97, Hogan and Sting in what should have been maybe the biggest main event in the history of wrestling, at least at that point. And, of course, WCW being WCW, they fucked that up. But we'll have that one. We will have The Rock, which should be Rock 02. We don't have Rock 02, so it'll be Rock 01. Hollywood Hogan from WrestleMania 18. Then we'll end the night with a match that we should have got and never did. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Hulk Hogan. I was going to go with the 80s Hogan versus Stone Cold, but I figured this would have been about the era match we would have got, would have been, that 02 time frame of Stone Cold and Hogan, and that's the only match that we're using that particular Hogan on, so we'll go with that one. We are using the SummerSlam 88 arena for the whole thing, just so we're not switching arenas throughout the whole night. But obviously the first SummerSlam main event was Hogan and Macho versus the $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant. So we'll use that arena throughout the night. And so, yeah, that's what we've got. Appreciate everybody being here, whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch. No matter where you're watching, feel free to hop in the chat. We can talk whatever. We're here. We're hanging out. And if you want to talk about the universe, you guys have been keeping up with what we've got over on YouTube. We just had the Royal Rumble drop the other day. Let me know what you guys think about that. It was a long one. Probably exactly GOAT versus GOAT. Match we should have got, although... the Rock Hogan match at WrestleMania 18, great match, but we should have got Hogan and Stone Cold, and we didn't. So, all right, let's jump right in to our opening match: Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik for the old school WWF title. It's kind of surprised. I thought Classy Freddie Blassie was in the game, but he's not. So, Sheik's going at this one alone. The Agents, is this your first time here on our channel, or have you been keeping up with our wrestling content here on YouTube? Our Universe series that we have up over there. That old classic WWF ring. This match did take place at Madison Square Garden, which was the home of SummerSlam 88 as well. All right. I believe that was the world title that they used. Or we're still using. When Hogan beat the Iron Sheik. The Iron Sheik, very underrated bad guy in the history of the WWF. Especially at that time, he was a red-hot heel. And really the perfect person to for Hogan to take the belt from. Now, a couple of these matches we'll have tonight, obviously, this is something that I threw together when everything kind of went down today. Wasn't planning on doing a WWE stream, but actually been needing to do like a baseball or even RoboCop at some point, but I've just been kind of busy on the next set of videos. But some of these matches we have seen in our universe when we've done like in the Great American Bash tour that we did last summer. We had a few matchups. Let's see, we had, I'm trying to remember. Did we do Rock and Hogan again? I know we did Hogan and Andre. We did do that one when we did the Great American Bash Detroit. And Andre in that one actually beat Hulk to become the world champion, even though it wasn't a title we recognized in our universe. But we did throwback matches on that series. We also did some throwback matches at the first WrestleMania. We're actually coming up on WrestleMania 3 in our universe, and one of the matches, and that was kind of the thing. Like I'm gonna give you guys the matches that we should have got back in the day, and one of them we did was Hogan and Austin. And in that matchup, Stone Cold was the winner there. I don't think we've done. Oh, we did do a Great American Bash Washington. We did Hogan and Sting, and Hogan won that one. So when we've done these, a lot of these classic throwback matches, with the exception of Ricky Steamboat when he beat Macho Man, they've always gone to the person who didn't win it in real life. So we've got some new subscribers over on YouTube. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you are here for the first time, welcome to the Open Mic Network. Originally, we were a streaming network. Our universe, we are in year 3 in our universe. It's gone over the last couple of games, actually. Since 2K23 it started. This iteration of the universe. And it just continues with each new game. We just, when the new game comes out, we just pick up where we left off and keep rolling along. But originally, the universe was a streaming universe. We did everything on Twitch. And then a little over a year ago, I started uploading a few shorts on YouTube, and then eventually started taking the streams and then basically taking each week's shows. So in this particular universe, we do Raw and SmackDown is not the brand split. The brand split is actually WWE and WCW with current rosters. And then we sprinkle in a few Legends and Hall of Famers here and there, but they're not regularly part of the universe. Big leg drop to the Iron Sheik. Hulk goes for the cover. Oh, Sheik gets his right shoulder up. But it's current rosters. We do, the brands are separate. We've got Raw and SmackDown as the WWE shows, Nitro and Thunder as the WCW shows, and then we do co-branded pay-per-views. I just can't call them PLEs. They'll always be pay-per-views to me that we do each month. And then Survivor Series is basically brand versus brand. So it's every match is WWE versus WCW, and then we've got in the main event is the men's War Games match. So we'll have a women's War Games match, men's War Games, and then we've got three. Lost the controller there. Sorry about that. Two traditional Survivor Series elimination 4-on-4 tag matches. And then, so what we'll have is the women's War Games and the two elimination tag matches. Whatever brand wins 2 out of 3, that's who gets the man advantage in the main event. Hulk may have it here. And he does. Match number 1, we'll keep up. Hulk's got 12 matches tonight. We'll see how he fares here. He wins the opening one, just like he did back in 1984, defeating the Iron Sheik to become world champion for the first time. Don't think he did that, but but then the men's War Games match, whatever brand wins that, we have 3 kind of prizes that are up for grabs for the winning brand. The first is the winning brand in both the men's and women's Royal Rumbles. They get the final 4 spots. So they get 27 through 30 in both of those Rumbles. They get the Night 2 main event spot of WrestleMania. And then we have a draft every year after Backlash. The winning brand gets the first pick in the draft. So we've got a little bit of history behind our universe. I moved everything over to YouTube probably around Christmas. Or maybe Thanksgiving. Somewhere around there we stopped doing the live streams of everything and moved everything offline and over. And so generally we have new episodes every other day. We've got a little bit of a break. We've got a couple days in between the Royal Rumble, which just dropped on Tuesday, I believe. Our next episode of Raw will be Saturday, and then we'll get back on our every other day series. So welcome. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and don't be shy. Hop in the chat and say hi to us. All right. I want to make sure I'm not doing any which I guess we could do ring introductions. I'll do Mike Rome. Normally when I do the episodes, I don't do ring introductions just because I'm doing the commentary over it. But yeah, so that's our universe. Like I said, we've started on Twitch. It's been here on YouTube since this winter, and we've been rolling on over there. We do the 4 TV shows every week, and then at the end of the week, We have This Week in the Open Mic Universe, which is basically just a compilation. Which originally, when I started posting stuff here on YouTube, that's what it was. They were about, I was taking the 4 episodes and trimming them down to about 15-minute videos that I was uploading here on YouTube. And then, like I said, I like moving everything. I like that we've moved everything over here to YouTube and doing it offline. I do miss the live streaming aspect because I like hanging out with everybody and shooting the shit. But we are going to have some special streams throughout the year. We'll have, when we were in, right now we're at the start of February. When we were in December, we did a live stream of Tribute to the Troops. And we will do some WWE-only streams. Some Saturday Night Live shows. We'll do some Clash of the Champions shows. A couple of those throughout the year as well. So, meant to switch his belt. But if you guys have any questions about the universe or anything, or who our champions are or anything like that, we just, like I said, just had our 3rd Royal Rumble. And both of the Royal Rumble winners, the men's and the women's, came from the WWE side of the universe. Becky Lynch, the women's Rumble winner, and Damian Priest, the men's winner. In our first 2 years, the women have not fared very well winning the Royal Rumble. Bianca won year 1, and then she was unable to win the title at WrestleMania. And then Asuka won it last year, also unable to win it. But what's funny is on the women's side, the Elimination Chamber winners on the women's side, 2-0, going from Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania. The men are both The men are 2-0 from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. AJ won it year 1 and then regained the WCW championship at WrestleMania. Last year was LA Knight. He won the Rumble and then won the WWE World title at WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber, they are also 2-0. But this is my favorite time of the year, like when it comes to the Universe calendar. I love the road to WrestleMania. I love the build. This particular year, I've had the WrestleMania main event pretty much played out since SummerSlam. I knew where we were going with that one. And so that's been kind of fun to have the end goal and then kind of book backwards from WrestleMania all the way back to SummerSlam. And so we're hitting a great time. This is my favorite time of the year in Universe mode. As big as WrestleMania 1 was, with the main event Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus Hogan and Mr. T. This really should have been the main event of WrestleMania 1. These two did main event Starrcade. And coincidentally enough, only a 2 count, was the night, I was at that show, was the night that I actually met Hulk Hogan. I posted a picture on X, and then I also posted one in the post sections here on YouTube as well of an autographed card. And it was from that night. Hulk 2-0 on the night as he defeats Roddy Piper. Fortunately, that particular night, Roddy was the winner, although the WCW title was not on the line. Hogan must pose. All right, we'll switch the title up after this one. Let's see. We'll remove that one. Where is that old school classic? Watch, it'll be right at the very bottom. Yep, of course. Where you at, Hulk? Oh, I know what we need to switch to. The old wing title, that is actually the world belt that we use. I like to use the old classic championship, so these are our champions in our universe. This is like an extra universe. This isn't part of the actual universe, this show tonight. But on the WWE side, we've got The Rock as our world champion. Seth Rollins is not the Intercontinental Champion. It's actually Jacob Fatu. This is like an old file. We've got Nia Jax is our WWE Women's Champion. Karrion Kross is the U.S. Champ. Chad Gable is still European Champ. The Bloodline has the WWE Tag Team titles. AJ Styles is now WCW World Champion. Jey Uso is WCW United States Champion. The Motor City Machine Guns are WCW Tag Team Champions, not the Dudleys anymore. Ilya Dragunov is the new Cruiserweight Champion. He won it at the Royal Rumble. LA Knight, the WCW TV Champ. Raquel Rodriguez, WCW Women's Champion. And I believe that's it for all of our... So let's take Rock off this one since... Let's remove, and then we will have Macho Man holding that one. All right. Continue the show. Now we want to do Mike Rome. Let's see. We'll mix it up. All right, let's go into match number 3. Like I said, we have had this throwback match on our channel before during, we did last summer in the universe, we did the Great American Bash Tour, which originally, before it was like a solitary pay-per-view show, it was actually a touring show. They did 12 cities. We did 12 cities over 12 streams. And when we did the one in Detroit, we did Hogan and Andre. And Andre in that one actually won. So, let's see. Hulk on the night, 2-0 on the night. We'll see if he can do what he did back at WrestleMania 3. But I appreciate everybody being here, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. And thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Do love how they had Andre taking the cart down to the ring. That's nice little touch. Agents, where are you watching? Where are you watching from tonight?
Introducing the challenger. From Grenoble, France, weighing in at 520 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant! And his opponent, from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, the WWE Heavyweight Champion, the Immortal Hogan.
Old school WWF world title. So small back then, and now we've got these huge championships. Here we go. Andre starting off in the driver's seat here. Nope, not going to move him. Bobby Heenan in the corner of Andre. Becomes the manager's one of the best. Hulk having some trouble here. We may the streak might be coming to an end here. He's 2-0 on the night. If you're just joining us, we had Hogan and the Iron Sheik in match 1, and Hogan and Roddy Piper in match 2. Hogan moving out of the way. Again. Andre not giving him anything here. Be a 1 count. Hulk able to move out of the way. Now that he's got the Giant on the ground, you need to try to keep him there as much as you can. Bobby not liking what he's seeing. Come on, turn around, Hulk. Don't let the brain distract you. Now Andre back in control. And again, Hulk getting distracted by Bobby the Brain Heenan. That's what Bobby would do. It made him a great manager. Even though, at least in the WWE time frame, never managed a... Uh-oh. The referee tossing Bobby. I don't know that I've ever seen that from, like, just a distraction standpoint. I can understand if you, like, got involved in the match, then I've seen that happen, but... Andre with the cover again. But Hulk able to get that left shoulder up. Andre again. Oh, Andre the Giant.
Here's your winner, and
what could have been if Andre would have beat Hulk at WrestleMania 3.
Champion, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
So Hulk is 2-1 on the night as Andre the Giant. Throwback from WrestleMania 3 defeats the Hulkster. All right. I guess we don't have to worry about taking that title off of Hulk because now Andre's got it. All right. Let's Mike Rome. Let's go with this guy. And I know technically in this particular match, Liz was not in Macho Man's corner, but we don't ever use Macho Man and we never use Liz, so we'll change it up here.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
This is actually both of their WrestleMania 5 versions. Models, I guess. This would have been from WrestleMania 5 in Atlantic City. The second of 2 years in a row in Atlantic City, which I guess we're going to get that again next year with WrestleMania returning to Vegas, which I'm not really a big fan of. But I'm also not a big fan of the whole TKO WWE thing, so those of you that have been here to our live streams before, you know that. Macho Man coming out with the lovely Elizabeth. The same night that I met Hulk, I also met Elizabeth that night as well. I met Macho Man another time after that, but that night after Starrcade was a pretty wild, as a fan, a pretty wild night. Really, over the next couple of years, really, I got to meet pretty much just about everybody in that time frame, which is pretty wild.
Introducing the challenger from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 303 pounds, the Immortal Hogan. And his opponent from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 239 pounds, the WWE Champion, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
we go. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that Macho Man didn't have the stars on his trunks in that one. No, I don't think he did. For those of you watching on Twitch, if you are not subscribed to the channel, in about 9 minutes, we've got an ad break coming up. So if you want to avoid watching an ad, click the link in the Twitch chat. Join us over on YouTube. Watch ad-free. Twitch doesn't want me to do that. Doesn't want us sending people over there, but it'll be a much better viewing experience from over there. Unless you like the ads. Some people like to watch the State Farm ads and Taco Bell ads and whatever other ads we've got that come up. And I guess for those of you watching on YouTube, if you like watching commercials, if you like watching ads, then there is the link in the chat there. I don't know why you would want to go and watch the ads, but that is the link to our Twitch channel if you'd like to follow us over there as well. Oh, and Liz gets taken out. It's only going to anger the Macho Man even more. These guys better get back in the ring. Oh, Hulk gets in just in the nick of time. Macho Man going up top. Elbow drop. Hooks the leg. Only a count of two. Liz out there on the outside. Hogan with a bear hug. Leg drop. Oh, and the Macho Man able to kick out. Crowd can't believe it. Macho Man fighting back. These two going back and forth. Macho Man, I thought he was going back up top for an elbow drop, but apparently not. Oh, double X handle, but Hulk catches him. Kind of a weird end, but Hulk with the victory.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Champion, the Immortal Hogan.
Hulkster celebrating in the ring in front of the packed house. We are a third of the way through tonight's card. Hulk 3-1 on the night. Next we got Hulk and the Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 6. Where you at, Hulk? Are we not seeing the WWE? I don't know. Not showing up for some reason. Oh well. See if it'll let me if I back out, if I come back in. There it is. Okay. All right. Going back to WrestleMania 6. The Toronto Sky Dome. Pay-per-view that Edge and Christian were at when they were kids. So Nav, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Kind of going through some of the greatest hits here. That was the Warrior. Some of the biggest matches in Hulk's career, and then a few other ones that we probably should have got, but we didn't. We'll have some of those tonight as well. And for those of you that follow the channel and keep up with the content here, this is not, tonight's stream is not at all a part of our universe at all. It's just kind of a special tribute stream that we're doing. Yeah, it's crazy. I know, kind of the rumor the last couple weeks was that he wasn't doing very good health-wise, and then it seemed like people that were pushing back on that, saying, no, that's not the truth. That's not the case at all. He's doing great. Just recovering from, I believe, either a neck surgery or a back surgery. And then, yeah. Then when it first came out, like, my phone started blowing up. And I was like, and initially it wasn't like wrestling people that I know. It was people that aren't wrestling fans. I'm like, nah, I think that's not accurate. There's been a rumor that he's not been doing too good, but because again, we've seen this before where so-and-so died, and then it's not, come to find out they haven't died. But then it started like popping up everywhere and just crazy.
Introducing the challenger.
Yeah, and it sucks too, like that the last time he was out in front of the WWE crowd was that first Netflix, and the reception he got was great, which again, wrestling isn't what it is today without Hulk Hogan. That's for sure. And again, I said it in my, the tweet I sent out earlier, and then I also put a post up here on YouTube, like, Hulk Hogan is why I fell in love with wrestling as a kid. And there are so many areas of my life that have had some sort of wrestling connection to them. And it's all because of that love that was started when I was a kid. I mean, you know, fandom, you know, being a fan all this time. Work. I mean, I had the blessing to be able to work in professional wrestling for a couple of years. The best job I ever had, the most fun job I ever had. That doesn't happen if, more than likely, if I'm not a fan of it. Friendships I've made because of it. What I'm doing now here on YouTube, it's all, there's so many things that are tied to wrestling. And you know, he's got they have the new wrestling league that was going to be like the Olympic style wrestling that was supposed to be starting up. I'm sure it's still going to be starting up. Yeah, and I mean, there's been a lot of negative stuff, which, I mean, on a day like today, nobody needs to see that shit. You know, again, as a kid, huge Hulk Hogan fan, Hulkamaniac. When I had the opportunity to meet him, I wouldn't say that I was like a huge fan of him. Like, I was out of that. You know, I wasn't a little kid anymore, so it wasn't like, you know, I had moved on to other people, but I got to be honest, like, when I met him, and it's a weird feeling, I felt like a little kid again. Like, it was like, this is Hulk Hogan. Like, it was a big deal. And to me, like, couldn't have been nicer and humble. And I've been very fortunate in my work and who I've dealt with from a celebrity standpoint. And then even just as a fan, celebrities and athletes and things that I've met, like, there aren't many people bigger than him. And just again, I can only go based on, you know, my experiences with people. Couldn't have been a nicer guy to me. All the stuff with the Make-A-Wish, which, you know, even the stuff that, like, Cena does and stuff, like, it's such a, because it's not even so much like you're taking time to spend time with sick kids and stuff. Like, think about how bad off a lot of these kids are, and to have to like still maintain the quote-unquote character and not let that affect you when those kids are right in front of you. Like, oh, misses with the boot. Only gets a 2 count. Yeah, he has. He has. Warrior dropping him down on that top turnbuckle. Pretty reminiscent of WrestleMania 6. Can he get a 3 count here? And he does. The Ultimate Warrior, just like back at the Toronto Skydome at WrestleMania 6. Ultimate Warrior walks out with both titles. All right. So Hulk is 3-2 on our card. Let's since we're almost to the half. Well, we'll go one more and then we'll do the half. We'll go through the first 6. All right, we got Old School Hogan and Old School Undertaker. Like I said, when this match took place, I believe it was Brother Love was the manager of The Undertaker. I think this was before Paul Bearer, but like I said, I don't use 1990s Undertaker. I don't use Paul Bearer or Brother Love in the universe, so we'll give them a little bit of love here. Make them earn their paycheck. It's been a crazy couple days, too. Ozzy Osbourne a couple days ago. Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show. It always seems to go in threes, and those, you think back to the 80s, those are 3 pretty big ones. From the decade of the 80s.
Making his way to the ring from Death Valley, weighing in at 309 pounds, The Undertaker.
Well, so this is kind of a throwback to Tuesday night in Texas. Maybe 91, 92. Wheelchair Gamer, what's going on? How are you tonight? Welcome in over on Twitch. We got people with us on Twitch right now, people on YouTube, wherever you're watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming and hanging out. And if you are new to the channel in either place, welcome. Welcome to the Open Mic Network. If you're new, we have on the YouTube side, we've got our universe lives there on YouTube now. Watching Hulk and Warrior. We just actually had Hulk and Warrior here on our stream. Warrior, just like WrestleMania 6, captured the world title from Hulk. Have a good one, Standoff. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come and hang with us again. check out some of our Universe videos. We've got 300-something of them here on YouTube. Check them out. We've got an ongoing series. We just had the Royal Rumble on Tuesday. The next episode, which will be Raw, will be out on Saturday. And then we'll be back to our normal every other day, new episode, new upload over there. So, yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Hope you have a great night, and hope to see you again down the road. Yeah, Wheelchair Gamer, we're kind of doing a kind of a greatest hits of some of the biggest Hulk Hogan matches. And then I've sprinkled in a couple others that we probably should have got. Katie, welcome in over on Twitch. How are you tonight? So we're going to get Hogan and Brett before Hogan left WWF for WCW, a match we should have got probably at that year's SummerSlam. We're going to end the stream with Hogan and Stone Cold, which is a match we should have got. As great as Hogan and Rock was, and it was, we still should have got Stone Cold and Hogan. But we'll get it here. We'll have it here. Want to thank our new subscribers over on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. And like I said, we've got a lot of content there. Check it out. I normally, in a normal schedule, JR, what's up, buddy? We've got new videos that come out every other day. We did have Royal Rumble, which was probably, from a YouTube video standpoint, probably the most ambitious video I've done. It's long. It runs an hour and 16 minutes, but we go two full Rumbles on there, which normally we do kind of condensed versions of the matches, but we did two Rumbles, which were both about 28 minutes apiece. Then we had 4 title matches in between. And so it was a lot to put together, but I'm really happy with it. I thought that the finished product turned out pretty well, and so we're having a few days in between episodes, but normally we got a new episode that comes out every other day, which is, it's either a Raw, SmackDown, Nitro, Thunder, something like that. So a lot of content that we're pumping out over there. JR, you getting ready for work? It's getting close to that time, isn't it? Sammy coming in strong with the Hulk Hogan emotes over on Twitch. How are you tonight, buddy? I know, man. It's been a while. It's been busy as hell with these YouTube videos, man. Just had Royal Rumble drop on Tuesday, I believe. Have you checked out Royal Rumble yet or not yet? It's a long one, man. It's like an hour and 16 minutes, but Starrcade was one I was really proud of. I thought that one came together really well. I thought the flow of the matches, the match order, everything kind of flowed into each other really good. But Starrcade was a really good one. And it was one that, like, normally when I record and lay down the audio and do the voiceover, I'll have to go back and fix something. But that was one that, like, I went back and watched. I was like, damn, I think I kind of nailed it first time through. And then the Rumble, I thought, came together really well. What's up, Johnny, over on YouTube? How are you doing tonight? Flair outlived everybody, I know. I agree 100%. I agree 100%, Johnny. Fuck him. Now, you're good. You're good. This is, we let it fly here. You're good to go. As long as everybody's respectful with each other, we can, we're big boys and girls here. We can, The Undertaker. With the win. We can drop some fucks. It's all good.
Here is your winner, The Undertaker.
I did see that. I downloaded. I didn't get the. Sammy over on Twitch is asking about the DLC stuff. I didn't get the Bloodline edition this year. I got whatever the middle tier was. Just because I got the 40 years of WrestleMania last year, I thought it was kind of a waste. So I just got not the standard, but whatever that mid-tier version of the game was. But I think I'm going to, let's put the belt on Yoko here. Remove champion. Put the belt on Yokozuna. I think I am going to still get the that WrestleMania pack, though, because it looks like they added not just Aleister Black, but it looked like they also added a few other... Ah, shit. Trying to multitask here. Like there's a new Cody. Yeah, I saw where it's like $10 or whatever for the pack. So I'll probably end up getting it. Not so. I could really care less about the WrestleMania arena because when we get to WrestleMania very shortly in my universe, I'm going to do my own arena. We're going to do the WrestleMania open mic WrestleMania 3 arena. Favorite memory of Hulk Hogan? Well, we were talking about it a little bit earlier on stream. Being at Starrcade 96, which was like primetime NWO. Hogan versus Roddy Piper was the main event of that one. And then I talked about it earlier in the stream. I actually got to meet Hogan that night after the show, which at that point, I mean, I grew up, I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan as a kid. And that's what ultimately made me love wrestling was, that, Hulkamania. But at that time, like, I wasn't really like, not that I disliked, I was out of the Hulk Hogan. I'd moved on to other people. But even at that point, like, meeting him in that moment, like, it took me back to being a little kid. It was crazy. Because you're just like, at that, you're almost just like, holy shit, this is like the guy that, like, as a kid was just bigger than life. And he couldn't have been nicer. He was very kind to everybody that was there. He was, and it wasn't even like a meet and greet scenario. We were just, we ended up after the show, we ended up in the post-show bar where everybody was. We weren't supposed to be there, but we were there, and but he couldn't have been nicer, couldn't have been kinder. He was very gracious, very humble, which I've had a lot of dealings with celebrities. Most aren't like that. And for a guy like that to be bigger than a famous person, like a cultural icon in a sense, to have that type of attitude with people, like, you know, it was pretty special. Body slamming Andre, absolutely. Like, that was, I mean, again, where would wrestling today be without Hulk Hogan, without that, like that WrestleMania 3, which was like, as big as we've had events now, like, it was everywhere. It wasn't even just like it was like a huge event, huge happening. Yeah, Sammy. He's got the it's the I say Olympic wrestling, but like the traditional wrestling that's supposed to be starting up. They're supposed to have their first event maybe in August, I think. And I'm not like very well versed on traditional wrestling or traditional wrestlers of, you know, current day, but so I don't know. I looked at their roster and their matchups that they're going to have. I don't know any of those people, but they've got Kurt Angle on commentary. They've got Chael Sonnen on commentary, which is big. You got Eric Bischoff behind it as well. I mean, I think from a production standpoint, it's got a chance to be different, which is good. Johnny, what's your favorite memory of Hulk Hogan? You asked me, we'll send it back to you. What's your favorite? Obviously the NWO. Well, it's going to be real, Sammy, so gotta get the AEW digs in. I have not been watching, although my DVR has probably like 75 episodes of Dynamite on it that haven't been watched. But I do think, from like reading a little bit of what's been going on, I do think that they've kind of been doing a little bit of a better job, which is good. I've been able to watch a little bit of TNA over the last couple weeks. I think they've been doing a good job. Not overly crazy about the NXT partnership, because I kind of feel that it kind of seems like it benefits WWE a little bit more than TNA, but it is getting TNA wrestlers and championships on WWE TV. If there wasn't that partnership, I don't think we see AJ Styles make an appearance at Slammiversary, if I could talk, Slammiversary, like we did this weekend. So that's great. But yeah, the NWO, that was obviously Hogan, Rock, WrestleMania 18. Even though I still think it should have been Hulk and Stone Cold. But, such a big match. And that crowd in Toronto that at the start of the match. Rock's the face, Hogan's the heel. And then you see it turn as the match goes on. The crowd gets behind Hogan, turns on Rock. It's just a very organic moment that doesn't really happen very often in wrestling. It was not live during Hulk Hogan era when I saw on Peacock. Slamming Andre was like, even though, Sammy, Hogan versus Warrior, WrestleMania 6. Even though the story that they told was that Andre had never been beat coming into that match, which wasn't true. He hadn't been beat. That Andre had never been body slammed. He had been body slammed. But that was a time, too, where everything wasn't televised. People didn't have video footage of everything. And you had all these little territories that, Hulk defeats Yoko just like he did at WrestleMania 9. My bad, WrestleMania 9.
Here is your winner, and the new
Hogan Cena. That was one I didn't do on this one. Our main event of the night is going to be Hogan and Stone Cold. Our next match is going to be one of those what ifs, a match we should have got. As weird as this title change was at WrestleMania 9, Yoko beats Brett. Hulk comes down to the ring. There's an impromptu match. Brett tells him to go in there and beat Yokozuna. He beats Yoko, becomes champion, and then it was to set up a Hogan versus Brett match, I think that year at SummerSlam. That didn't end up happening. Hulk ended up dropping the belt to Yoko a couple weeks later, I think at the very first King of the Ring. And then that was it. Hogan was gone, and I guess about a year later is when he popped up in WCW. Sammy says he could have body slammed Andre too. Maybe. If you're taking your Hulk Hogan vitamins, you could. Just let's keep switching up the referees here. All right, so we're at the actually, we're a little past the halfway point. So, we started the night Hulk and Iron Sheik. Hulk won that one. Then Hulk defeated Roddy Piper to go 2-0 on the night. Then WrestleMania 3 rewind wasn't so kind to Hulk as Andre walked out, the new WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Hogan did defeat Randy Macho Man Savage in our WrestleMania 5 look back. WrestleMania 6, the Warrior, just like Toronto, Warrior walked out with the title in that one. Undertaker defeated Hogan, which technically he did at the Tuesday night in Texas, which basically led to the title being vacated, which led to Ric Flair winning it in the Royal Rumble right after that. And then Hulk defeated Yoko like he did at WrestleMania 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Hulk is 4-3 on the night here. Agents with the We Love Hogan in the YouTube chat. Welcome back in. All right, let's get to it. And again, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I appreciate you being here with us. We've got active chats all around. We've been, actually, the more active chat's been the YouTube chat tonight. But happy to have everybody here. Thankful to all you new people on YouTube. I know we've gained some new subscribers over there, so thank you guys for subscribing over there. If you have any questions about our universe, this is not none of what's happening on tonight's stream is a part of our universe, but if you have any questions about the universe, and everything like that. Ask away in the chat. I'll be more than happy to get you caught up. You're coming in at a great time. We just had the Royal Rumble the other day, so the road to WrestleMania is on. Sounds good, Sammy. I appreciate it, buddy. Have a good one. I have not got college football yet this year. I need to try to pick it up, but I did get I guess EA and Microsoft were like, hey, this guy hasn't ordered college football. So they sent me a thing today saying I could get it for like 30% off. So it's down to like $48 in the Xbox store, which is funny because it's only been out, 2 weeks? So, but yeah, our online dynasty kind of fizzled out at the end, like the last maybe month and a half. I mean, I get it. Everybody was tired of me whipping everybody's ass. Making Middle Tennessee State college football capital of the world. I thought so too, but I just decided to kind of wait it out and see. I guess if I order it in the next couple days, I can get it for $48. Johnny says, I hope we get 10 belt tomorrow. Yeah, they'll definitely do a tribute of some sort tomorrow for sure. Cheater? No, we weren't playing it on Heisman. We were playing it. What is the second lower? Varsity? Not varsity. What was All-American, I think. Whatever it was. Hey, it's not my fault that I put all of my XP towards recruiting and everybody else wanted to be able to develop their players. I was like, nah, I'm running the sticks. I can control my guys just fine. I played, that particular league was not Heisman. I did play some on Heisman. Those guys weren't going to go for playing Heisman.
Weighing in at 235 pounds, Brett the Hitman Hart.
But even at MTSU, I was scheduling
And his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing in
like top 5 schools as my non-conference games every year.
WWE champion, the Immortal.
But yeah, Johnny, they'll do some kind of tribute tomorrow. I would think that that's more than enough time for them to put something together. But there is, Sammy, there is a lot of stuff they added to the game this year that I do like. So I'll get it at some point, whether or not the Dynasty continues. One of the guys said he wasn't getting it, he was going to buy Madden. I asked him if he was smoking crack. Like, I wouldn't buy Madden. You play with every team in your dynasty. All right, so this is one we didn't get, but we should have before Hulk departed WWF for WCW. Although technically didn't directly leave to go to WCW. Went and made Thunder in Paradise, which was a TV classic. I mean, hell, I got baseball, and I haven't even really been playing that either, so. It's just been all WWE. What's Jimmy doing? Kind of missed it. I don't really know what the hell why he got in the ring. I was looking down at something. I mean, technically, Jimmy was a manager of Bret Hart when he was with the Hart Foundation before aligning with Hulk. Looks like they sent Jimmy to the back. Bret with the cover. Only gets a count of 2. Bret with the sharpshooter applied. Hogan able to get out of it. Bret with the cover. Bret the Hitman Hart in the way that it probably should have played out.
Here is your winner.
Should have defeated Hulk to become world champion.
WWE Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Hulk's just having a bad day in the stream tonight. Although, in all honesty, if this match would have taken place, this is exactly how it should have played out. Hulk doing the honors for Bret before. Let's get a WCW referee for this one. All right. So, this one, and for some reason in my mind, I'm wanting to say this match took place in Detroit, like at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Let's look this up real quick. We got a few minutes. We'll let Hulk get a breather. He's got to dye his beard and get ready for Hollywood Hulk Hogan here. Let's see. So it would have been June of 97. And I believe, no, August of 97. What's up, Terry? How's it going? Terry over on YouTube. Yeah, it was actually my brother-in-law that texted me. They've been out of town, and he sent me a text this morning. My birthday was last week. And he was like, man, I forgot to wish you a happy birthday. And I was like, it's all good, man. Thank you. And he sent me the thing, like the news article, and I was like, yeah, I don't believe that. Like, there have been a lot of rumors that that he wasn't doing well, that he was, on his deathbed and stuff. But, people have come out and said that people that are close to him, that it wasn't, that wasn't true. He was doing fine. And then, not long after that, I mean, of course, my phone started blowing up. At first with friends of mine that aren't wrestling fans. And then wrestling people that I know then started blowing me up, and that was all morning and early afternoon. So yeah, this would have been in August of 97. And then I believe he only held the belt for a handful of days. Like, it wasn't very long. And then trying to see where New World Order lost the title by submission 5 days later at Road Wild. Hogan defeated. So Luger won it on Nitro, and then Hogan got it back that weekend at Road Wild. And that was a few months before the big Hogan Sting Starrcade. So that's why we're getting this one. Plus, I never used Luger because, I was using Google. I knew it was 97. I knew it was before the Starrcade that year, but so for 5 days, and at that time, that was a big deal that not only Hogan lost, but also dropped the title, even if it was for just a short amount of time. But I mean, at that point, Luger was like red hot, so it made sense from that standpoint. And again, it was one of those where you can't miss Nitro because you never know what's going to happen. Then they would fumble the Sting Hogan match later that year at Starrcade, but this is the first time I've used Luger. It kind of looks like it's early 2000s Lex Luger, maybe. But welcome in. If you guys are just joining us, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, thank you guys for being here, hanging out with us, and especially all the new people on YouTube. We've had a lot of new subscribers tonight, so thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. And be sure to check out, we've got a huge library of our Universe content there, over 300 videos. So we are on the road to WrestleMania right now. We just had Royal Rumble the other day, so check out what we've got there. Oh, yeah, it was... and then you get the Nitro replay after it was live. You get the replay. So, yeah, I had a buddy who, you'd come over every week, and we would watch Nitro. He would come over in time for, like, the replay. He'd get off work, come over, watch the replay, and then I would always record Raw. Because there was a stretch there where Raw was, I thought, the better show. Nobody was watching it. Everybody was still watching WCW. The early stages of Stone Cold and heel Bret Hart, just crazy how big wrestling was at that time. We'll never see another time like that. Insane. But for those of you that are new, if you have any questions, obviously this particular stream is not a part of our universe. It's a little separate tribute show that we're doing. But if you have any questions about the universe, we are in year 3. So we've got some history to the universe. Instead of Raw and SmackDown, our brand split is WWE and WCW, but with current rosters, we utilize the WCW stuff as the second brand, which WWE should have did back in the day, and unfortunately they didn't. Yeah, so you had the actual show, and then there was normally some kind of really bad TNT show. I remember at one point there was a Robin Hood show. There was something that was TNT, an original TNT program that would kind of come on. And then, they would do the replay after that. At least the first few years. Now, once it got into the 2000s, I don't know if they still kept doing I don't remember if they kept doing the replay or not, but. Because then sometimes there would be something big that they would have a run over, and they would lead you into whatever that show is. And I keep going back to Robin Hood for some reason. And then it was stay with us and watch the show, because in their commercial breaks, we're going to come back live here to the arena and you'll see what's going on. All right. Is Lex going to find a way to walk out WCW World Champion like he did back in August of '97, or will Hulk remain WCW champion before he heads off to meet Sting in our next match? Bischoff, Hall, and Nash in Hogan's corner. Don't know if those three were in his corner back then. I'm sure there was some kind of an NWO presence in Hulk's corner. At least Bischoff, I would think. Actually, I got the video pulled up right here. Hogan comes out alone. All right, now, in the match, Macho Man comes out, Nash comes out. The Giant, Rey Mysterio, Scott Steiner, all the WCW guys came out. DDP, everybody to celebrate with Lex. Scott Hall distracting Lex. Oh, and Hulk takes out the knee of Lex Luger. Hulk just taking a little break there. Do look the detail on Hogan's boots. On the account of one. We've already seen the refs kick out a few managers tonight. Hulk with the cover. Only a 2. Easy E can't believe it. Again, only a 2 count. Hulk misses with the leg drop. The Xbox is down. It's not good. Yeah, that's the thing with those. I don't play the My Faction. I do the daily login and put in the locker codes, even though I don't play in the mode. But that's the thing with 2K. Most of the time, they've got like a short window that they're available for. Some they'll have on there for a longer period of time. Do you know what's wrong with your Xbox? Bad HDMI port? Oh. I've been pretty lucky. This is how Lex won it. Not in this one. After a few red rings of death on the 360. I've been pretty lucky. Although I think on the one, I think I need a new disk drive, which it's pretty much just turned into an extra system that my kids play on, but luckily the things that they play are games that are on Game Pass. So another torture rack. Hulk fighting his way out. And Hulk with the win. I think this is actually the first. Now, Warrior beat him earlier in the night, so not the first one that he lost in real life, but one here. That'll set up Hollywood Hogan for his big showdown with Sting. A match that WCW greatly screwed up. We are using the SummerSlam 88, obviously. It's been the arena we've used. Just to have one arena to have everything take place in, so that's why we went with that one. Here comes Sting. He is somebody that I have used a few times in the universe in previous years. We have not used him since the move to 2K25. But this was a Sting I just downloaded today. It's a pretty damn good one. There's some place that I saw that actually does Xbox repairs. And it wasn't a place that I thought of. That was a place that came to mind, oh, I didn't even think. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. But there was some place that I saw, and I was like, I didn't. Is this one? It may have been like a phone place, and I was like, really? They do? You break, I fix. Which looks like they're all over the country. I don't know where you, yep. I don't know where you're located. We've got a bunch here in Nashville. That may have been one that I looked at. Yeah, and unfortunately with the HDMI, there's not much you can do with that. Or at least if it's a disk drive issue, you can still play stuff if you got it digitally, but New England? Are you a Patriots fan? There's Sting. Steelers. All right. I'm a Lions fan and a Titans fan because I'm in Nashville, but I grew up in Michigan, grew up a Lions fan. So both those teams have sucked for a long time, but I'm also a huge Michigan fan, so I was kind of a... Because the Lions and Titans never made the playoffs, every year I would pull for Brady and the Patriots because at least it gave me something to root for come playoff time. But you guys have made some moves this offseason. It'll be interesting to see how they play out. Only a 2 count there for the Hulkster. Or Hollywood, I should say, not the Hulkster at this point. Nash ripping off the turnbuckle pad. This is a match that should have been maybe up there with like Hogan and Andre's, and at this point probably the biggest main event up to this point. And WCW just shot themselves in the foot. Big boot. Damn, that was quick. I mean, technically at this point, Sting had been out of action for like 18 months. He would show up on Nitros and pay-per-views, drop from the rafters, but damn, that went over about as well as Starrcade 97. All right, so we got 2 more matches to go here tonight. Let's run through and see how Hulk has done through the first 10. Beat Sting, beat Luger, lost to Brett, beat Yoko, lost to Undertaker, lost to Warrior, beat Macho Man, lost to Andre, beat Piper, and beat the Iron Sheik. So he's 6-4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-4 through the first 10 matches. We will have a WrestleMania 18 throwback. A match that should have been our main event. A match we should have gotten, never did. Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan. As great as this Rock Hogan match was, we still should have gotten probably should have got Austin and Hogan at WrestleMania 18. And then in the end, we never ended up getting it anyway, so we will have it here in our main event. So technically, it should be Rock 02. There's not a Rock 02 in the game, but same idea. Same era of Rock. Old school referee. There we go. There we go. Great crowd in the Sky Dome. Rock comes in, the babyface. Hollywood Hogan the heel, and as the match progresses, that crowd in Toronto flips it upside down, gets behind Hulk, turns on the Rock, and then got a really cool finish after the match in the ring with those two. And at that point, there wasn't really, from WWF at the time buying WCW, the botched invasion angle. I will say this match was the one time that they actually did it right, and it really wasn't even anything that they did. It was actually the fans that kind of made that moment what it was. But it was really the first time that the WWF and WCW going head-to-head under one umbrella actually was like, it was a big deal. It was a big, probably should have main evented that night, even though I understand why the world title, or the undisputed title at that time, was the main event, but there was no following this one.
The WCW Heavyweight Champion, Hollywood Hogan.
No Bischoff in this one. Bischoff wouldn't actually show up in, at that point it was WWE until that summer. I never took the belt off of Hulk, so he's coming in as the spray-painted WCW champion, which is fine. Again, whatever's happening tonight, not a part of our universe in any way. Just kind of a little tribute show, best of show, compilation themed event. We will be back to our normal schedule. This Saturday we'll have our next episode will be out here on YouTube. It'll be the Raw after Royal Rumble. We'll see if we get some answers as to who our two Royal Rumble winners might be eyeing for WrestleMania. On the women's side, Becky Lynch was the winner of the Women's Rumble. Will she choose to go after Nia Jax, who is the WWE Women's Champion, or Raquel Rodriguez, the WCW Women's Champion? Nia Jax, a member of this new version of the bloodline that we have in our universe that is run by the High Chief, The Rock. It's The Rock, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Nia Jax. Rock is WWE champion. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the WWE Tag Team Champions. Jacob Fatu, the Intercontinental Champion, and now Nia Jax, the Women's Champion. Gotta think Becky might be leaning towards Nia, seeing as though The Rock just put her husband through a table, the announce table at the Royal Rumble. Then on the men's side, Damian Priest, winner of the men's Rumble. And will he go after The Rock on the WWE side or AJ Styles, who is the WCW World Champion? Or I guess it could be, why is there a time limit on this match? Is this somehow an Iron Man match that I didn't know about? I guess we're going to be here for a little bit. AJ does have a title defense coming up at Elimination Chamber, our next pay-per-view against LA Knight. So I guess technically LA Knight could be the WCW World Champion heading into WrestleMania, but Hogan misses with the leg drop. I have no idea how this turned into an Iron Man match. Guess we can thank 2K for that one. The chat has been super active over on YouTube. You guys have been kind of quiet on Twitch. How's everybody doing over on Twitch? Everybody still awake? Everybody, some of you fall asleep? YouTube has been on fire tonight. I appreciate everybody for being here. All of, got a bunch of new subscribers over there from tonight's stream, so I appreciate that. Welcome to the Open Mic Network. Welcome to the Open Mic family. We're glad to have you here. Any of you that are, if you happen to be on Discord, I can put the link to our Discord in the chat if you'd like to join us over there. I'm trying to get better at doing more stuff over there. There you go. There is the link to the Discord if you would like to join us over there. And we do have people that post in our sections there, so we do have a little bit of activity. But I'm trying to, I was really, before we switched everything over to YouTube when everything was on Twitch, we had a lot more going on over in Discord. Just because it was a live streaming universe and people were more active in real time and stuff like that, but Rock and Hogan trading blows here. We are about at the halfway point here, and I don't think we have had a fall to this point. Maybe we'll have one here. Rock gets clotheslined down to the floor. One thing I do hate about the Iron Man matches, which I don't have like the superstar HUD and all that stuff turned on, but I don't think they do it anyway, is not getting a count on where we are on the falls, which Hogan sent into the steps. Again, Hogan's back gives out. We will get a double count out here. Rock going to get back in time. Hogan will not. No. Rock, you could have taken a fall there. Why did you go back out? Get the feeling if the roles were reversed there, Hulk wouldn't have came out of the ring at 9. He would have stayed in there, taken the count out, and collected a fall. Guess we'll see here what Hulk does. What are you doing, Hulk? Damn! What are these guys doing? This is an Iron Man match. Not by our choice, by any means. One fall, Hogan. Why is he arguing with Nash? Are Hall and Nash going to turn on Hogan here? Rock bottom to Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Rock with the cover. And I believe we're tied at 1 at this point. Almost to the 5-minute mark. We don't do Iron Man matches often in our universe. But we've had some that you don't get a fall until like the last minute. And then other times, like once the first one happens, they just rapid fire back and forth. I think the last Iron Man match we had was back at SummerSlam. And it was an Iron Man match inside Hell in a Cell between Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns. in what we called a tribal gauntlet. Before, this was back in 2K24. Before tribal gauntlet was a thing here in 2K25. But it was Jimmy going after the entire original bloodline. And so for him to get a shot at Roman and the WWE World title, he had to go through the entire bloodline at SummerSlam to do so. So he had to win a 2-on-1 handicap match against Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, which he did. He won it by countout, but he still won it. Then he had to beat Solo inside a fight pit, which the fight pit is essentially MMA rules. You can only win by knockout or submission. He beat Solo in that one. Then he had a last man standing match against Jacob Fatu. Won that one. And then moved on to the Iron Man Hell in a Cell match against Roman Reigns. And that was one where we didn't have a fall until right at the 1 minute mark. Jimmy got a pinfall finally after putting Roman through the top of the cell all the way to the mat, climbed down. Did an Uso splash, got the first pinfall at about the 1 minute mark. And then as time was running down, Roman hit either a spear or a Superman punch, and instead of going for the cover, went to the corner and did the other. Went for the pin, and as the time was running down, it was literally like he was 1 second away from getting a 3 count and tying it up. It was crazy. Well, like one of the crazier finishes that I've seen to a match. And that was AI versus AI. Like I had no control over what was happening. But yeah, I think he went down for the cover at 3 with 3 seconds left. He got a 2 count, and then the bell rang. So sometimes we've had some like really happy accidents that have happened and have played out. Better than you could have tried to do it, even if you were controlling what was going on in the ring. Don't think that Hulk is going to. What are they doing? Hugging? Don't think Hulk's going to make up the difference here. I think Rock's going to get the win. Then we'll have our main event of the stream. A match that we should have got and never did and never will. Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd say probably easily the 2 biggest draws that we've ever seen. Hulk, I don't remember how many falls that Rock's got. No, he's not going to get it. Because that clock's running out faster than the refs count. So the Rock getting the win. Hogan's still...
Here's your winner, The Rock.
There was no title on the line, but... So now on the night, Hulk is 6-5. Greatest of all time. Yeah, it says Iron Man. Did not realize that. Let's get a good referee for this one. Charles Robinson. All right, main event match of the night. We have done this match before in our universe at our first WrestleMania. I wanted to give everybody the match that WWE should have given us. And in that one, that particular matchup, Stone Cold was the winner. We'll see now that we're running that dream match back again. Can Hulk get the win this time? And I think if this match happens in 2002, it should have been Stone Cold that rightfully should have got the win.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Once again, I appreciate everybody for being here tonight, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. What's up, Rod? How's it going? I told the story earlier of I actually met Hulk after Starrcade 96. Which the main event was him and Roddy Piper during the height of the NWO run. And growing up, being a fan and being a kid, being a fan of Hulk Hogan really led to my love of wrestling. And the funny thing is, when I met him, like, as cool as the NWO stuff was, I wasn't a big Hulk Hogan fan at that point. I'd kind of moved on to other people. But meeting him, like, took me back to when I was a kid. And it was crazy. Like, it was a very weird experience in that I felt like I was a little kid again. And he was, again, I've worked in wrestling. I've worked in the entertainment field. I've dealt with my fair share of famous people, celebrities, athletes. And there aren't many people that are on a higher level than a Hulk Hogan, as far as, like, big a star as he is. And he couldn't have been nicer. He was very, very engaging, very humble. And like I said, it took me, like, it was weird. Like, I didn't think it was a big deal until you're actually standing in front of him and you're meeting him, and it's like, holy shit. Like, it was a weird feeling, but I actually posted in the post section earlier. I put up a post on Twitter and here on YouTube, and the card that I posted was the card that he had signed for me. But yeah, couldn't have been a nicer guy. And we weren't in, like, a meet and greet, like, situation either. Like, it wasn't, you know, where he was there to be on, you know, because he was meeting a bunch of fans. Like, we were someplace we weren't supposed to be. And there weren't many non-wrestlers that were there that night. And so, you know, again, couldn't have been nicer. Couldn't have been more appreciative that, you know, somebody was a fan of his or talking to him and stuff like that. And so that's awesome. I'm glad you had a good experience and we're able to have that to look back on. And we were talking about it earlier in the stream too, like all the stuff he did with the kids from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and you know, to have the ability to do that stuff is something, is one thing, but to be able to see those kids as sick as they are and really make such a special moment for them is, you know, and I know Cena is one of those guys that has done a lot of that stuff, and I think that's great. But if you guys are new, those of you that are here today, we've had a lot of new subscribers on YouTube. Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Twitch, if you're here for the first time and you've enjoyed tonight's stream, we don't go live very often anymore, and I apologize for that, especially for our subscribers over on Twitch. But if you're enjoying tonight's stream, hit that subscribe button. Check out our universe content here on YouTube. We've got over 300 videos. We are on the road to WrestleMania right now. We just had the Royal Rumble drop on YouTube earlier this week. Our next episode will be out this Saturday. It'll be the Raw after Royal Rumble. And we start the build towards Elimination Chamber, and then it'll be WrestleMania time. And I've got some really cool stuff lined up for WrestleMania. That's always my favorite. This stretch, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, is always my favorite time of the year with the universe. And we got something that is going to go down at WrestleMania that I've had in the works since last year's SummerSlam. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. Look at Hulk using the ropes. But Austin able to kick out. We will have a live stream in a couple weeks. We're in February. It'll maybe be a Clash of the Champions. I think we'll do a Clash of the Champions in February. And then maybe a Saturday night's main event. So for those, they won't be YouTube like videos. They will be live streams. So we'll do a Clash of the Champions. That'll be the next one we do. We did back, it's probably been about a month ago now, but in December in our universe calendar, we did Tribute to the Troops, which was a live stream. We'll do the actual events, the Raws, the Nitros, those things. We don't do those live anymore. We don't stream those. We do those as YouTube uploads. But for the special events outside of the pay-per-views, like I said, the Clash of the Champions or Saturday night main events, we're going to start doing those every couple months as live streams. So gives me an opportunity to bring the universe back to where it started in the streaming world. Austin with a stunner. But Hulk a little too close to the ropes. Stone Cold. And 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin defeats Hulk Hogan. If we would have got this match back in 2002, this is exactly how it should have played out. Although for nostalgia purposes, I could see why maybe they would have wanted to go to Hogan. Because Hogan at that point, after that WrestleMania 18, there was a big explosion of a return to Hulkamania. And Hogan even got one more run as WWF champion, too. Before dropping it to The Undertaker, who dropped it to The Rock, who then dropped it to Brock Lesnar that year at SummerSlam, 02. All right, so let's run through tonight's card. Hulk defeated the Iron Sheik in our first match, then defeated Roddy Piper. Lost to Andre the Giant in our WrestleMania 3 rewind match. Then he defeated the Macho Man in our WrestleMania 5 throwback. The Ultimate Warrior defeated him. Then the 1990 Undertaker, which this one was kind of more inspired by the Tuesday night in Texas, where the Undertaker technically won, but there was some kind of a screw job finish to it, which led to the title being vacated. Then the winner of the Rumble, which ended up being Ric Flair that year, became world champion. Then we went to WrestleMania 9. Hogan defeated Yokozuna just like he did back then. And then a match we should have got after that. I believe it was supposed to be the main event of that year's SummerSlam. Bret Hart versus Champion Hogan, with Bret winning the belt. That match never happened. Hogan would drop the belt to Yokozuna after WrestleMania at the first King of the Ring pay-per-view, and then would disappear before maybe a year later showing up in WCW. A little over a year later showing up in WCW. But we should have got that match. We didn't. Then we did the Luger-Hogan match from Nitro back in 97. Hogan won that one. Hogan defeated Sting in our Starrcade 97 throwback. The Rock defeated Hogan in an Iron Man match that I didn't set up that way, but 2K apparently wanted a little more time on that one, so we got it. Rock won that one, and then Stone Cold closed out the night. So Hulk ending on a 2-match losing streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Hulk goes 6-6 on the night in our tribute stream here. But so yeah, that I think is going to do it for us here. Again, I really appreciate everybody that showed up tonight to hang out with us while we did this special tribute stream. We got a bunch of new subscribers from it, so I appreciate you guys. Welcome into the Open Mic Network. And check out our, like I said, we got 311 videos here on YouTube. Check out our universe. And let me know what you think. Check out some of the videos. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of our universe. And yeah. So we will say goodnight to you, YouTube. Over on Twitch, we will raid out to somebody. I don't know who. But yeah, everybody on YouTube, you guys were on fire tonight. The chat, you guys were the winners tonight over on YouTube. The chat was on fire all night. And really appreciate everybody being here, hanging out. And be on the lookout, especially if you are subscribed to the channel. I will put up a post about a week out from when we will do the next wrestling live stream, which will be probably maybe roughly around 2 weeks from now. We should be at that point in the calendar to do that. And so we'd love to have you guys come back for that one as we head towards Elimination. It'll happen before Elimination Chamber. And then we will be closer to WrestleMania. So all of you on YouTube, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of our new subscribers over there. And we will say goodnight. Have a great rest of your week. Have an awesome weekend. And be on the lookout for the next episode in the Universe Series, which will come Saturday afternoon. It'll be Raw. Check it out, and let me know what you guys think. Thank you, guys. YouTube,